your leader in sports coverage in Madison County. It's Sports Night from the Richmond Register Sports Department.
Find out the latest Madison County sports information from Richmond Register sports editor Nathan Hutchison, coming up next. Madison County Sports Night is brought to you by Central Kentucky Pressure Washing, Total Comfort Heating and Air Conditioning. Let Total Comfort keep you cool or warm this winter. Call for service or for a free replacement quote. Wynn's Auto Detailing Service. Adams Buick GMC. Sid says sell 'em. Snappy Tomato Pizza. Pizza. Metronet Fiber. Mindy Goble for City Commissioner. Madison County Emergency Management. Also brought to you by the City of Richmond Fire Department. Remember, October is Fire Safety Month. And KYmedia.net. Does your business or organization want to sponsor Madison County Sports Night on the Richmond Register Sports channels? Hit us up on social media. Abundant Hope Naturals, the official fruit smoothie for Sports Night. Come recharge with a delicious fruit smoothie full of protein and your choice of supplements.
Welcome into Madison County Sports Night Live for Wednesday, November the 2nd, an early evening edition of our show as we make Randy very happy, Mr. Morning Person. As we've been doing all week, we're giving you kind of some in-depth previews of the playoff games coming up this Friday night in high school football. And today we're going to go with Madison Southern taking on Southwestern. These are two teams that are very familiar with each other. This will be the 10th meeting between these two since 2011, the second one of the season. Of course, we all remember the season opener down there in Berea. Southwestern rallied for a 27-19 win in a game that Madison Southern really surprised a lot of people by jumping out to a 19-0 lead. But of course, Madison Southern sitting there at 3-7. They finished as the number 4 seed in their district, undefeated. Southwestern sitting there at 10-0. They were the number 1 seed out of their district. And really, you look through that Southwestern results this year, the closest margin of victory they had against any team all season was Southern. So 8 points was the closest game they had all year. So I know the Eagles were, I won't say they were happy to get this matchup, but they feel pretty confident coming into this, considering how well they played them the first time, and considering their head coach, Mark Payne, was the defensive coordinator for the last 4 years at Southwestern. So definitely some good insights there. So I was down in Berea earlier today, got a chance to talk to Mark Payne. Let me say this right off the bat. I want to, once again, I want to say how much I appreciate all these coaches every time they talk to us. But Mark had been a little bit sick. His voice is kind of still a little bit scratchy, but he still made the time to come over and talk to us, and we always appreciate that. And so big shout out to him. I texted him. I said, can I come by about 4? And he said, well, I don't know if I can talk or not, but come on by. But here's what he had to say about the second showdown of the season between Madison Southern and Southwestern. We're here at Madison Southern High School with Coach Mark Payne, and the Eagles traveling down to Pulaski County on Friday night to take on a very familiar rival, the Southwestern Warriors, opening round of the Class 5A playoffs. Coach, just another chapter in the Southwestern rivalry, huh?
Yeah, something we really didn't think we'd be in this situation a few weeks ago. I felt like our matchup would be Pulaski County in the first round. With that said, like you said, they're very familiar. Coach Foley knows what we're probably going to do defensively, and we know what they're going to do offensively. It's just coming out and executing.
Yep, of course, teams opened the season against each other a couple months back, and on this field you guys had a 19-0 lead against them, and of course they did come back and beat you. But I want to say you feel good about this matchup, but I know we've talked about it the last couple of weeks, and you guys are ready for this challenge.
We are. The kids are very hungry. I don't think they're really looking into it a whole lot of who it is. They just want that opportunity to show that they can play at that level. And it's just a little extra kicker that it's someone that they thought that, they had beat, and we've worked on that throughout the season. We don't have anybody beat until the fourth, quarter's over to that final horn. So they just want to come back and show that, it wasn't a fluke when we were in position to win the game.
Yeah, of course, the teams played pretty much every year, and of course you were an assistant coach there for a few years, so a lot of familiarity there. Flip back to that first game when you guys went up 19-0 on them. Kind of what was working right there for you, and kind of what was the difference in the end?
I think we just caught them off guard a little bit with our tempo on offense. We took a couple of big shots in the beginning of the game to Jay Sean, and caught them off guard a little bit. And then Stephen Whitehead, that was before he had his injury, and he was chomping at the bit, and he was running hard, and it was just one of those things where we caught them off guard a little bit, I think.
Yeah, of course that was a couple of months ago, back when the season opener, but both teams are a little bit different than they were back then. You guys are running a different offense, and they're a little different too.
Yeah, we're relying a lot on the run game right now. Earlier in the season we were passing a little bit more. We were starting to work in a lot more read option, running some things with Jay Sean in the backfield at quarterback. And then for them, they had some guys out that were injured at the beginning of the season. Getting them back gives them a different look. With that said, we have some guys that we didn't have at the beginning of the year that really gives us a different look as well.
Yeah, and of course they've got almost 3,000 yards rushing. We know that's what they do. They've done that for years and been so successful at it. And of course Tanner Wright has a bunch of over 1,000 yards and a bunch of touchdowns. But last week against Central, it was Christian Walton with 3 touchdowns. So they got lots of options.
They got Tanner Wright, like you said, Christian Walden. They got guys Lucas McKee, Maddox Mink, Braxton Walters. They got a load of running backs, and kind of a lot of teams don't think that they can spread it out and throw the ball, but they can. They have some great athletes on the outside. Mason Hibbard, Caden Hewitt are 2 really good receivers. They rotate some guys at quarterback. You never know who you're going to see at quarterback back there. They got Colin Burton and Gavin Oliver. Mason Hibbard also plays some quarterback. So you kind of never know what you're going to get as far as the spread look, but their bread and butter is their wishbone, and they know that, and that's what they're going to try to come out and set the tone with their physicality. But the good thing for us is that kind of plays into our hand with our defense. We're very big up front. We're very physical. So it's just going to be who comes out with that mindset of being the most physical football team Friday.
Yeah, it's like I ask us every week, kind of, but where do you guys stand injury-wise? You guys pretty good going into the playoffs?
Injury-wise, we're as healthy as we've been all season. With that said, we got sickness going around the team right now, and we've had guys in and out of practice all week. So kind of up in the air, there may be some guys that we think that we would normally have may not be able to go.
All right, we're going down there. It's a big challenge. They are undefeated, one of the top Class 5A teams in the state. What do you guys have to do to go down there and pick up a win?
Like I said before, we just got to be the most physical football team Friday night, and we can't miss out on opportunities. I believe the last time we played them, we had, like you said, we jumped out to 19-0, but then we had 2 more scoring opportunities that we let get away from us in the second half. We have to capitalize every time we're in scoring position.
All right, I think you're right. I think you did kind of sneak up on them a little bit last time. You ain't going to sneak up on them this time, I'm sure.
No, we won't, but that's all right because, like I said, there's a lot of familiarity. They know what we do and we know what they do, so it's just going to come out and execute.
All right, well, good luck, Coach. Appreciate you. All right, 7:30 Friday night down in Somerset, opening round of the Class 5A playoffs. Madison Southern taking on Southwestern. A little bit more on Southwestern, and of course, Central fans saw them just last Friday night. The Warriors rolled to a 36-0 win over the Indians there in Richmond. But as we said in the video, they're almost 3,000 yards rushing on the season. Tanner Wright, almost 1,200 yards by himself, 18 touchdowns. He had 4 touchdowns in the first game with Madison Southern, and Christian Walden, 13 touchdowns. He had 3 touchdowns last week in the win over Madison Central. Like Coach said in the video there, they rotate in a bunch of different guys at quarterback. They have Roger Oliver, Colin Burton, Mason Hibbard, a bunch of different guys there. And Mason Hibbard also 503 yards receiving, 7 touchdown catches. So they can do a little bit of everything there. They won't just run the ball. But as Central fans can tell you last week, a lot of times they don't have to do anything but run the football, and a really stout defense as well that's only given up 110 points on the entire season. So it'll be a challenge, but as you can tell, just with their familiarity with Southwestern and everything, the Eagles pretty confident coming into it, which is if you don't believe in yourself, then obviously you ain't got much of a chance. So I think they feel like they can go down there and pull off an upset which will be hard to do, but not impossible. A couple other news and notes from today. We told you about this last night. We didn't know the details because they sent out a little press release and told the media not to tell the general public, as this event wasn't open to the general public. But this afternoon it was announced that McBrayer Arena is now Paul S. McBrayer Court at Baptist Health Arena. EKU got $2.5 million over 11 years to sell the naming rights to that, which joins in with Roy Kidd Stadium as well. And they may pursue other options. Maybe they can sell the baseball field, the softball field, whatever they can get there, whatever they can get some money for over there. But that, as the press release says, goes into effect immediately. So immediately, not tomorrow, not yesterday, today, immediately. And some more golf news. Earlier in the week, the Kentucky Golf Coaches Association released all their region awards. And as expected, as you would expect, the Madison Central being the state champions, they swept the Coach of the Year and Region Player of the Year for Region 9. It was Clay Pendergrass for the 4th straight year was the Region 9 Boys Player of the Year. Elizabeth Eberly was the Girls Region 9 Player of the Year. Kyle Congleton, the Central coach, was named the Coach of the Year. I think it's his 4th. And Tenny Orr, Girls Coach of the Year in Region 9 for the 5th straight year. She's been there 5 years. She's won it all 5 years. So that's batting 1,000 right there. So not too bad. So is it still going to be McBrayer Arena to you, Randy? Are you going to call it whatever?
I will probably keep calling it Alumni Coliseum. I mean,
yeah. Or maybe we can call it Patty A. Clay Coliseum or something.
Yeah, I guess we could.
I mean, these corporations pay to have their names put on things, and I think people are still going to call it Roy Kidd Stadium. They're not going to call it.
I still call it Commonwealth Stadium. So,
yeah, well, I mean, I guess it's just free money for the university. Then they put up a few signs and pick up a nice, easy check. But
yeah, hey, I did know why that Coach Payne made the commitment to speak to you. You know why?
Oh, I know why. Because I got dirty shoes. There you go.
No. Because you are the sports leader in Madison.
Tell me I'm wrong. Well, whatever.
You could use that for a lot of stuff.
I guess I'm also the DJ of Madison County, so it is Wednesday.
Yes, it is. It's final Wednesday.
Final Wednesday, we're going to go back to the 80s again. The Don Henley off the Building the Perfect Beast album. One of the all-time best 80s songs. Well, really ever. I'd say not even 80s song, but The Boys of Summer.
Oh, yeah. Gotta be, right?
Did you know this song was originally, look at him, he's so into this. That's an extreme close-up. I didn't need that. The co-writer on this song with Don Henley is Mike Campbell of the Heartbreakers, and he actually came up with the riff originally and offered it up to Tom, and Tom didn't want it. Tom Petty didn't want it. Really? So it ended up with Don Henley, and it's amazing. One of the best songs ever. Great video too. If you don't watch that video from the 80s, so
yeah, look at that YouTube video.
Guitar player of the Heartbreakers, and he plays on the record. It's Mike Campbell playing on the record. So.
That's pretty cool.
So here's the Boys of Summer. We got an early night tonight, so we got here and watch the World Series.
That's right.
Take care, everybody. Gotta wait for the music to come on, though.
That's okay. That's my dog whining.
I know. You got background.
Play ball.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Love it.
That's Mike Campbell.
Isn't that the greatest intro ever, though?
Pretty dang good. And Tom Petty didn't want the song.
And you know what? It kind of sounds like a Tom Petty.
Yeah,
wow.
It's hard to imagine it now with anybody but Don Henley doing it.
I know. Isn't that crazy?
Wow.
Love it.
Thanks for watching, guys. See y'all tomorrow. We're going to talk about Berea tomorrow.
Abundant Hope Naturals, the official fruit smoothie for Sports Night. Come recharge with a delicious fruit smoothie full of protein and your choice of supplements. Madison County Sports Night is brought to you by Central Kentucky Pressure Washing, Total Comfort Heating and Air Conditioning. Let Total Comfort keep you cool or warm this winter. Call for service or for a free replacement quote. Wynn's Auto Detailing Service. Adams Buick GMC. Sid says sell 'em. Snappy Tomato Pizza. Pizza. Metronet Fiber. Mindy Goble for City Commissioner. Madison County Emergency Management.
Also brought to you by the City of Richmond Fire Department. Remember, October is Fire Safety Month.
And KYmedia.net. Does your business or organization want to sponsor Madison County Sports Night on the Richmond Register Sports channels? Hit us up on social media.